The American Revolution, also known as the American War for Independence, was a major turning point in American history. It was a war that lasted for 8 years, from 1775 to 1783, and resulted in the 13 American colonies gaining their independence from Great Britain. The Revolution was not a sudden event, but rather the culmination of years of growing tension between the colonies and the British government. One of the key factors that led to the Revolution was the British government's attempts to assert greater control over colonial affairs after the French and Indian War. The war had been expensive for Britain, and they felt that the colonies should help pay for it. They passed a series of laws, such as the Stamp Act and the Townshend Acts, that imposed taxes on the colonists. The colonists were outraged by these taxes, arguing that they should not be taxed without representation in the British Parliament. They believed that they should have the right to govern themselves and that the British government was overstepping its bounds. The colonists responded to the British policies with boycotts, protests, and even violence. The Boston Tea Party, in which colonists dumped British tea into the harbor, was a major turning point in the conflict. The British government responded with a series of punitive measures, known as the Intolerable Acts, which further angered the colonists. The colonists began to organize and prepare for war. They formed militias and began to train for battle. In April 1775, the first shots of the Revolution were fired at Lexington and Concord, Massachusetts. The war spread quickly throughout the colonies, and the colonists eventually declared their independence from Great Britain in 1776. The American Revolution was a long and difficult struggle, but the colonists were ultimately victorious. They received help from France and Spain, who saw an opportunity to weaken their rival, Great Britain. The war ended with the signing of the Treaty of Paris in 1783, which officially recognized the independence of the United States of America. The American Revolution was a pivotal moment in American history, and its legacy continues to shape the country today. It established the United States as an independent nation and set the stage for the development of a new form of government based on the principles of liberty, equality, and self-government.